Hey friends, I'm Kelly Ann and welcome back to my FlossTube channel. Stella is saying hi, but I don't think she's gonna stay and hang out. If she comes back, that'd be really great, but I wanted y'all to say hi to her. Welcome back if you've been around for a while. Welcome back to myself. It's been 3 months, which I didn't mean to do. And welcome to anybody who finds me and is new here, and is wondering why I took a 3-month hiatus. Let's just talk about the multiple elephants in the room and just get that over with. And hopefully for some of it, I don't cry. Hopefully, let's see. So 3 months. I never intended it for it to be 3 months. Also, side note, these got hung up and they work amazing. I flipped back a little bit through my last video and a lot has happened, and there's stuff that I can't show you guys anymore because I don't have it. But I'll talk about it in this video. But my wall organization is hung. I love it. It functions really great. It works really well for me. And yeah. Okay. So my 3-month hiatus. I didn't intend for a 3-month hiatus. I wanted to loosen up the reins and not be tied or committed to I have to make a weekly video, because I wasn't making enough things at the time. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't always have something to show you guys or talk about, and so it made me kind of think like, what am I gonna even do? And I've made videos where I have absolutely nothing to talk about, nothing to do. Come here. Stella, you want in here? Come here. Yeah, come on. You can come in here. And I don't know. There's also this thought in my head that as much as y'all like seeing my quilts and stuff, which is mostly what I've been doing this year, majority of my channel, now I have veered away from, it's not all FlossTube videos, right? It's not all cross stitch. I have some cooking videos, some ASMR, some decluttering stuff. I have other things. But primarily, most of you are here for my cross stitch. And I haven't really cross stitched majority of this year. I've been quilting. And so some of it was also like, do I need to rename my videos? Do I need to like pivot my channel? I missed vlogging, but I also didn't feel like I was doing anything vlog worthy. So I also had like a lack of creativeness and desire in the community. I am more conservative and I am a Christian, and at least in the world of Instagram, in some of these crafty type communities, you're not overly welcome if you're those two things. And sometimes it just makes you not want to be creative or be posting in that space. And so I didn't want to rely on having to have this schedule that I created myself. It's truly, I created it myself. So it was just kind of like in August, I just kept on getting like busy and just not filming. And so a couple of people left comments on a video from July, and a couple of people reached out to me on Instagram and private messaged me and asked me when I was coming back and what I've been working on, and y'all miss seeing my videos and I miss you guys too. And it's not that I haven't not wanted to film something. I have wanted to film things. I just didn't know what to film. So sad, but the honest truth. So then Labor Day weekend, that all happened around Labor Day weekend. I was like, oh, this is how I'm gonna organize this. This is what I want to do for my first video back. This is how I'm going to organize for future videos. And this is like, I was thinking, and I was like, okay, whenever I was out of town for Labor Day. And so I was like, this upcoming weekend, I'm going to film. And I wanted to film stuff from after Labor Day weekend. Also, I have so much fabric haul and even a couple of like not chart hauls, but like a couple of new charts, and they're all put away. I don't remember what's new in the last 3 months. That's just, God, my brain is so ADD. I haven't gotten much sleep the last month, and so I kind of squirrel a little bit more often than I used to. And then on my way back into town from being gone for Labor Day, I was in a car accident. I'm fine. My car is currently at the shop. I haven't had my car in a week, and they're gonna have it another half a week to a full week. So I'm hoping that I get it back by next Friday, because if I don't have it back by next Friday, then it's not gonna be until the next Monday. And it's such a long time to be without a car. However, I have really great friends that, I needed to go to the grocery store yesterday, and one of my friends said that she would take me. So she ran me up to the store. It's the same friend that I've gotten to hang out with a few times. She's like come and picked me up and taken me to her house and then brought me back home, because she lives like 10 miles outside of town. And then this weekend, my dad is in town. So if I need anything, he said that he would take me wherever. And next weekend, Tracy will be in town. So if by any chance I don't have my car by next weekend, Tracy will take me places if I need to. One of my other friends, she was going to the store. She called to make sure I didn't need anything like the beginning of the week. So I'm covered whenever it comes to that. But it is kind of like weird not being able to go and do things if you want to. It's a little weird. But it's also allowed me to do a lot of things around the house that I had been putting off, like completely rearranging and cleaning out my garage last weekend. If you saw that on Instagram, and I'm slowly decluttering the stuff that I put in the center that I needed to go through, and I have been doing it, which is great. So then my back was kind of like sore. So the weekend that I got back that I was going to film, I just didn't feel very good. And I like laid in bed and on the couch all weekend with Potter and Stella. And I was so irritated that weekend that I didn't get to do a lot of the things that I wanted to get done, like recording and doing some stuff around the house and all that kind of stuff. But because of what happened the following week, don't cry, don't cry. I'm also really grateful for that time, because I got to just be in a still, relaxed position with a giant white marshmallow on my shoulder, snuggling me pretty much the whole time. So that next week, Monday, I was working on a new quilt. I'll show it to you in just a minute. I worked on it Monday and Tuesday, and I got 2/3 of it done, and it's a cat quilt. So in August, I made a cat quilt for Montgomery Quilt Company, and I made some reels and stuff, and I haven't posted just like the final photo yet. I have a couple more reels to post about it leading up to Halloween, because it is a spooky cat quilt. But I made the pattern for myself. I just changed up a little bit to make it look more like cascading cats sitting all amongst and on top of each other. Hey, baby. Hey, come here. You want to come here? Come here. She's just going to sit at the door and just stare at me. So hopefully she comes back. Hi. You want to come here? You want to come here? Oh, yeah. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. So Monday and Tuesday, I got 2/3 of the quilt finished. Wednesday, everything changed, and I don't want to go into all the details because, again, I really don't want to cry. Hi. But Wednesday, Potter was in a lot of pain, and I took him to the vet, and we tried something to make it better, and he had to be separated from Stella for the night in the bathroom, and I stayed up off and on all night checking on him, and it didn't help as much as we had hoped. So Thursday, I took him into the vet, and they were going to do a small procedure. They did have to put him under. They did have to intubate him because he did aspirate during this small procedure, routine procedure, and, you know, it happens. And then because he was so dehydrated and stuff, we were going to leave him, or not we were going to, I left him overnight at the vet's on IV, and to make sure that, you know, the procedure would like start working and things were on the right track and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Would you want up here? Do you want up here? Whoa. It's okay. So, got a call later in the afternoon. We officially decided to leave him overnight, on IV. And they said otherwise, like everything was doing fine. And, the vet was, out of the office in the afternoon. He also does large animals, so he was out at like a ranch. And so he got back at like 5:36, which is after their close. And he said that he left around 6:37. And he told me, he was like, he wasn't happy with me, but he was like, he let me pet him, and he had eaten a little bit, and he like meowed at me. And so everything was looking normal. And then they got there on Friday, and he was gone. So, it is possible that there could have been a small lesion that wouldn't have picked up on the x-rays after the procedure, and he could have become septic. But what the vet actually thinks happened is Potter was a Maine Coon, and there's just certain breeds of the animals, and it happens in certain breeds of dogs, and it can happen in people, that just because you're awake after having anesthesia meds, you still have to process them through your body. And your fat and muscle ratio and the way that your body breaks things down is unique to everybody. And sometimes if you have a different type of ratio than the normal, your body, as it's finishing up digesting it and removing it from your body, it can put you back to sleep. And that's what the vet thinks happened, is like the more likely scenario. So the last month I've been dealing with that, but Stella has was bonded with Potter, and bonded pets have a harder time, the one that's left behind. They cry throughout the house looking for their friend in the morning whenever they wake up, and at nighttime before bed, sometimes in the middle of the night. And because I work from home, she also does it sometimes during the day for attention and looking for somebody to play with or cuddle with. And so I've not slept a whole lot in the last month. But we are trying new types of toys. We are trying all kinds of things. We're trying all kinds of things. So, but we're making it. We're making it. So a week after that, I finished the quilt that I was working on, and one of my good friends hadn't gotten me a birthday gift yet, which is at the end of this month. And so she sent me some money and told me to have it quilted. And so I got this quilt quilted as my birthday gift from my friend, which is great. And it's already bound and I love it. I haven't given an official name yet. That's pretty much the only thing that I haven't done. But I did want to show a few things. I wanted to say thank you to Heather. This stays in my living room. But I wanted to say thank you to one of my really good friends, Heather, and I'm so, Heather is one of the few of you in this community that got to meet Potter in person several times when coming to hang out and stay at my house for like weekends. And Heather actually was able to come a couple months ago in August. Actually, was it early August or late August? I don't remember. It was in August, I think. I don't know. My brain is also on low function, but anyways, Heather came, I believe, in August. Could have been July. I don't know. And so she got to see him this year, because it had been a year. It had been a little over a year since Heather had been here. And anyways, so Heather sent me this, and it sits in my living room. And it's super cute, and I love it. And thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate it. And then McKenna surprised me, and she's also another reason why, honestly, I'm trying not to cry. Because talking with her in the last couple of weeks, and especially after I got this, whenever I would tear up sometimes while talking, and it would make her tear up. And yeah, so I'm trying hard not to, McKenna. Anyways, beautiful card. I taped it to the back because it was just so pretty, and so also just to keep the card. But McKenna framed this up herself, and I put a hanger on it, and it's in my bedroom. And I'm going to put photos like around it of my pets. Anyways, she stitched this up for me. I can't remember the name of the designer, but they are on Etsy, and almost all of their patterns are cats. But this, she said that she went onto Etsy and typed in like cat cross stitch, and this was like one of the first ones that popped up, and she was like, that's Potter. And this honestly reminds me of a photo of him sitting on the kitchen counter surrounded by a bunch of flowers. And so anyways, this means a lot to me, and this hangs up in my bedroom because I just repainted and redid my whole bedroom. So this hangs up in there and I absolutely love it. And yeah, let me show you my quilt. So thank you, McKenna and Heather. Anyways, thank you all so much for both being there in the last month, and anyone else who's watching that was like messaging with me and checking in on me. I appreciate it so much. Like I can't ever express how much it has meant. So thank you. Okay, the quilt. So I had this tie-dye fabric for like the last 3 years from Hobby Lobby, and I ran out actually, and my local Hobby Lobby still had some, not a whole lot, but they had some, so I got it so I could finish this quilt. And then, well, Kim and Montgomery Quilt Company, she got in this like Andy Warhol inspired cat minky, and I just finished that cat quilt for her, and I was like, oh, tie-dye cat quilt, I have to do that. And so I got a black and 2 white ruby stars from her as well to make the other cats. And then the old school cotton and steel, which was the original designers, which are now Ruby Star, I got from GRS whenever I was with Heather. Actually, yes, it had to have been in August. This is gonna bother me. But anyway, so this is the back. Isn't it great? But they're soft and furry, and it's just amazing. And this is the front. So it's full of giant white cats. And yeah, I was working on it the last night that we were all together, because Wednesday he was in the bathroom and had to be separated. So Tuesday was the last night I had worked on it that week, and we were all in here together, and they were laying on a blanket, on a Snoopy blanket together and cuddled up. And anyways, it was really, really great. So it's this tie-dye batik with one of the Ruby Star stripy fabrics, this pattern one from Camellia. This is I don't remember the name of this line, but this is the cotton and steel. And then I think this one is from Golden Hour, I think. But anyway, so I made it have like a pattern. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's like an offset, like V up on the side. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. I'm too short. And this is the label that I picked, because she's working on a quilt with her little white cat right next to her, which is what it was like putting the first 2/3 of this together. So, and then Paige quilted it, and it has, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but in the photos on my Instagram, you can see it better, but it's like giant hearts with paw prints in it. It's really, really amazing. So anyways, also thank you to my friend Tracy. I don't think she watches these, but thank you to my friend Tracy for having it quilted for me for my early birthday present. And thank you, Paige, for literally quilting it in a day. I got it back so fast. And actually, she posted about her quilting it or finishing it, and one of her friends loved it so much that she asked if she could commission me to make her not that style, not where they're cascading, but to make her a cat quilt like the one that I made for the fabric store. And so that is what I'm gonna do. So we picked out this layer cake, and I got this from Fabric Square Shop on Etsy. It's a Robert Kaufman 10 square in Summer Zest. It's a batik, and I'm using some black grunge that I got from Fabric Carousel. I'm using the Ruby Star white on white hole punch from Paige's shop on Etsy, a little split piece. And the pattern is in Quilter's 10-inch square pre-cuts companion by Jenny Dorn and the Missouri Star Quilt Company. And the pattern is called Pins and Paws. Except she doesn't, I don't think she wants the outer border. I think she just wants this small border, but there's the finished quilt. So I'm so excited. I'm going to finish the quilt that I'm currently working on, which I will also show you. I have so much to show you guys. I decided to try, there was some stuff that I knew that I should show you. And then there's stuff that I can't remember what it is to show you. So it'll kind of be like you get to see it as I work on it again or it comes back up. So goodness gracious, where should I start? I don't even know. I will show the temperature quilt next month, because I haven't done September's row yet. And so since we're in the middle of October, I'm just going to do September and October at the same time. Yeah. So I'm going to do that probably my birthday weekend, or no, I can't. I have the first week of October, or gosh, the first week of November, I'm going to get September and October's rows done. So I will show you the temperature quilt in November. But yeah. So let me show you the current quilt I'm doing. It is from All Through the Night, Folk Art Designs, Over and Down Under. It's a weaving project, and mine doesn't look quite like this. And I didn't organize mine the same as them. So this is jelly roll friendly, but it's meant for wools. And I guess in wools, their jelly rolls have one of every fabric for all 40 pieces. Which most cotton jelly rolls are 42, but the Ruby Star jelly roll that I'm using was somehow only 40, which is weird. Anyways, so it kind of worked out, but I have a lot of duplicate fabrics. So there's like some spots where it duplicates, but then there's also some one-offs. But this, I've been wanting to make this quilt for a year. I've been wanting to make this since last October, whenever Unruly by Nature was supposed to come out. And I think it kept on getting pushed back. Kim finally got her boltage, her yardage in like March or April of this year, but she just got the pre-cuts in September because they got stuck. They got stuck in their shipping container in Dallas, of all places, 3.5 hours away from us, 4 hours away from us. They got stuck in their shipping container in Dallas on top of a bunch of other containers. And so until or buried, maybe they were at the bottom. So I think that's it. They opened them top down and it was like buried in. And so until they did the ones around them, they couldn't open up that one to deliver all this fabric. And so Kim is now getting like bombarded with like fabric orders that are super old from Moda's warehouse, which is in Dallas. I mean, she was like in September. So anyways, you can see from this pattern, like all of these 40 are all different. So mine have like some really interesting overlaps, but it is like weaved. Hi, you come back? Yeah, how are you doing? You want to say hello again? Oh, is that you saying hi? Okay, come here. Yeah, you can go over here. All right, figure that out. So I have, the center is 400 2.5 by 2.5, all sewn together individually. It's really great. And then I have 2 of the borders. So now I have to finish the other 2 sides, the half square triangles on the end. And I've got to cut out the corners so that way I can put on the final, like the two-sided border, and then there's like a final border to make it look floating. So, and I'm using that Ruby Star white on white with the Unruly by Nature line. So, again, I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing, but you can see that like weaved pattern. So it goes from like the blues to the pinks to like the yellows to the rust colors of the collection. But where some of them like overlap, like here's one. You can see like where the two, like where the doubles are. They like do that. But I love it. And it looks really awesome. It's a really cool like optical, not obstacle, but optical illusion. And yeah, so that's as good as that's gonna get right now. I am so short. So that is what I've been working on. That is what's on my table. So as soon as I finish those two borders, which I'm hoping to do this weekend, the goal is next week I'm gonna make the cat quilt. And the one that I made for Montgomery, I made it in a week. So I'm hoping to be able to get it done before my birthday, to get it to Paige to be quilted, and then she'll give it back to me and I can do the binding and we can give it to the lady and we can get paid. Although to be fair, she has already partially paid me for like supplies and material. So I'll just now finish getting paid for my time and all that kind of stuff. So, oh my gosh, there's so much to show you. Okay. Oh, I don't even know where to start. I'll start with the bigger things and clear them off. And I do have a cross stitch to show you, but it's kind of buried, so that'll probably be last. But after I do the cat quilt, I am going to, I have some blocks to work on, but let me skip for a second. So I'm going to start working on my blocks for a Ruby Star Society economic block swap. And it's international. So if you're interested, please leave a comment or DM me on Instagram. I will send you to the person who's hosting it. I'll send you to their page with all the information. And if you want to sign up, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you have until like March or April to get all your sets done and get them mailed to her. And like pay your like fee and everything. But however many sets you ship is how many you get back from people all over the world that have all different Ruby Star fabrics in you. And anyways, it's exciting and fun. Yes, sweetheart. Come here. Yeah, come here. I'm not going to edit any of this out, so I hope that y'all are entertained by this. This is just what our life is right now. Is she cries and I ask her what she needs and she comes running and she gets some attention. So yeah. You okay? You just wanted to be held. But yes, that makes it really hard for mommy to film and show things though. You don't care. Okay, so I'm gonna start working on some of those blocks. But the next quilt that I'm going to make is, you little curious bean, you know about this, is going to be the Deco Quilt by Lo and Behold Stitchery. I'm gonna make the two colored one. Okay, go on. All right, I'm gonna make the two colored one, which looks like this. And my accent fabric is this. It's so cute. It's pink on pink, little knitting balls. And it's from Woof Woof Meow by Stacy Test Shoe from Moda. And I don't have enough of it to make the throw size. I have like just barely. So I definitely have enough to make the baby quilt and do like a thin pinstripe border. And I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger with the main fabric as an outside border. And then I'm gonna have enough, I'm gonna save enough of this to be able to do the binding. Let me show you the main fabric, because like honestly, I don't remember whenever I picked this up. Might have picked it up in August. I don't think I've showed this bolt yet, but I bought a bolt of this. It's Riley Blake. It's from Hush Hush One, and it's called it's just called Kitties. So I know that you can still find this on Etsy, but I wanted a whole bolt of it, and Kim ordered me a whole bolt, and I love it so much. So it's gonna be this. With this, it's gonna be amazing. So this is gonna be the next one that I do after the commission quilt. So after I finish the weaved quilt, after the commission quilt, after I start some of my economy blocks, which I'll show you the initial fabrics for the economy blocks, after all of that. So this is gonna be my next quilt start for myself. All right, let me show you my fabrics for my economy blocks. So the economy blocks require 3 fabrics each. To make 10, or I'm gonna end up making 12 because I'm gonna keep one of each of my own blocks because you won't get any of your own back. So I wanna keep one of each of my own blocks, and then my friend who's doing it with me in town, Paige, she's also doing it. She's who talked me into doing it. I'm gonna make her a block each of mine because the chances of her getting any of my blocks, she might like get one maybe, but the chances are really slim. There's like over 75, 80 to 100 people in this already. And I signed up about a week and a half ago. So chances are possibly very slim because I think she's making 5 or 6 sets, and I'm making 6 or 7. Oh, I'm making 7. I think she's making 6. So we're gonna make each other one too. Yeah, come here. Come here. Stella. So I don't, the 2 inside fabrics are fat quarter friendly. You can make them with a fat quarter, and your sets are 10 blocks. Come here. Yeah, come here. Okay, it's okay. Do you want to lay? Do you want to hang? No? Okay. Are you going to jump, or are you just going to sit? She's just going to sit. Okay, that's fine, because I can still show the fabrics. So the inside of the blocks are fat quarter friendly. So I'm using Stash for the inside colors. And then I'm going to get, you need 1/2 yards for the 3rd color and the outside part of the block. You need 1/2 yards. So I'm gonna start working on my blocks and getting the centers done, and then I'll find coordinating fabrics over the next couple of months and buy those at my 3. She saw a bird. I became less exciting every minute. I will find the 1/2 yards to go with these over the next couple of months and finish up my sets before they're due. So the first set, okay, now that she's not on me, let me show this one in case she wants to be held again. The first set I'm gonna do is my panda fabric off of my bolt. I haven't cut off of this yet. So it's gonna be inside. This is gonna be the second round. All of these have to be Ruby Star fabrics. You cannot use any of their cotton and steel lines, even if it is classic cotton and steel. It has to be black bolt Ruby Star. So that's block number 1, the 2 insides. And then this is going to be the inside. The only thing is you have to fussy cut the inside, so you kind of have to like somewhat center up. Which some of them are going to be a little bit more fun to finagle, and some of them are going to be like easy, like this would be easy. But this is going to be the center, and this is going to be the second round. For this one's going to be the center, and this one's going to be the second round. I love it. For the fourth one, this one is going to be the center, and this one is going to be the second round. This one's cute too. Oh my gosh, I love them all. This is why I'm making myself some. This one, I may or may not have to get a little bit more of this fabric, but I got it from Paige, so that's not gonna be hard to do. But the typewriter is gonna be the center, and it's gonna have cute little tiger leopards on the second round. Then I have another leopard in the center with the fun little clementine oranges. They're so cute. And then finally, number 7, we are doing the Tiny Darlings 2 Black Octopus with the little pipers from Florida too. So cute. So those are my sets for my economy blocks, and I'm really excited. And I'm probably going to use the pandas for the third round of one of them. I just don't know which one yet. I just don't know which one. They don't have to make sense. I tried to like kind of make them make a little bit like, I don't know. They don't have to make sense. That's the beauty of it. So let me just show you. Oh, Heather got me into paper piecing. I bought 2 bags of the small like 100 packs, and then I very quickly realized that I was going to need more. So I went on Amazon and I got the bulk pack of 1,200 pieces. And I've pulled out a whole bunch of them, and I've used a whole bunch of them, and I still have a ton. So I think I need over like 4,000 pieces though to make a king size. But I am making a grandmother's flower garden, and I haven't worked on my flowers since Potter died, actually. Like, let's just be honest. I just haven't. I finished my tie-dye cat quilt, and then I made another sample for Montgomery Quilt Company the week after, and then I started working on my weaved quilt, and so I have not been working on these. But let me show you some of my flowers. These are just some of the ones that are done right now. I'm doing them in 30s fabrics. They're so cute. I love them. But I'm doing them in 30s prints. They have Potter hair all over them though. You can see some of the fur hanging off of them. So these are some of my completed flowers. And then I have like started putting some of it together, and I can show you kind of like the idea of what I want mine to look like in the end. This is my path and my connecting stones. So my connecting stones are in this pink color, and I think it's called tea rose. And then my green is pistachio. I think the green is a Kona, and the pink I think is a Bella. And then I have 4 different yellows. It looks honestly like a cheese box, does it not? And I got these little Sterilite boxes for less than $2 at Hobby Lobby. I love them. Perfect for holding my 2.5 by 2.5 inch squares. And then I got these Sterilite boxes for $3 at Hobby Lobby. And they are full to the brim of 30s prints. Like ridiculous amounts of 30s prints. I have more of this than I need. But I need more little animal prints. I do. I have plenty of florals. But I have an amazing assortment. Look at these tiny little bunnies. They're so stinking cute. And then I have like little puppies, and I have several little cats, but there's other cat 30s prints that I don't have, and I need them. So I have been collecting 30s prints just fat quarters. I've just been collecting fat quarters. So this is the kind of like, this is how I want my edges to end up. But this is what it's going to look like. So the flowers with the yellow centers are my flowers. And then I'm making some of the green flowers so that way it's easier to connect some of them. But anyways, I've connected 2 of them together. It's gonna look so good. I love this so much. Look at this cute little girl. So that has been really fun. I have finished one of the connecting flowers. I have so many of those to make. And then I haven't finished sewing this one together yet. I have one side left, but I almost have another flower. And let me just show you how I have this like organized. So I have, this is how I'm doing it. I'm just loosely basting them around the paper. And then whenever I'm done, I just snip the basting strings and pull the papers out. But I have a bunch of flower petals ready to go. I have a bunch of centers ready to go. So I pick whichever, Heather, it's Derpy Duck. I pick whichever fabric I want to do, whichever flower I want to make, and I pick a center, and then that's going to be like the next one. And then I also have a bunch of greens and some pinks. I have extra thread in here. And then I have a pack of needles, the thread spool that I'm currently working on, a small pair of scissors, and Heather gave me a sew tile that I can use to hold them together to make stitching them easier. So I started EPP. I told y'all, a lot has been going on. A lot has been going on. All right. So I did get I have stitched some. I have been keeping up with my temperature sal. Now, do I let it go for like a month at a time? Yes. Am I going to continue doing that? Probably not. I'm probably going to let it go like a week and a half to 2 weeks at a time, because we're starting to get back into temperatures where it skips around a lot, and I don't like having to do that. In the summer though, the temperatures were pretty consistent, and I could go like almost a month and half of it would be like one color, and there would be like a single one that was like a different color sometimes. And so, you know, it just made it more fun. So I'll show you Stella's first, and then I'll show you Potter's. It's just on black 14 count Aida, and this is for the high temperatures, and this one is going to be Stella's, because she is always cold and she likes for it to be warm. And so these are the high temps, and it goes through October 12th. Yes, because I finished updating it yesterday. So it goes through October 12th. So it's now a day behind, but it's pretty up to date. I do need to do the window. I haven't even started the window on hers. I need to do that. And her birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 2. And so I'm going to also put the heart around her birthday on hers. But the heart is around September 15th, which is the day that Potter passed away. And then underneath the little cat, which the little cat is like about right here, I'm going to put 2020, which is the year that she was born. So that is Stella's. And then Potter's was the lows, because Potter was a Maine Coon. Maine Coons have an undercoat year round and have just a lot of fur, and so he loved to be cold. So I made his the low temperatures. So here is his, and I did start the window. Because it's on black, I did decide to fully fill in the background with blue. And underneath his little cat, I'm gonna put 2014 to 2022. And And I have to go back and count it, but I'm going to put a heart around his birthday as well, but I have to go back and figure where that is. But there's also a heart on September 15th. But there's Potters. I love them. I've been keeping up with it. I'm really surprised at myself, and it took me a hot minute to want to stitch on this after everything happened. But then I decided to do the little heart around the date, and once I got past that date on both of theirs, I don't know, there was just like a calm feeling about things. Oh, it's okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I startled her. But that's it, you guys. Do I know if I'm gonna do a video next weekend? No. Am I gonna try? Sure, I'll try. But I will see y'all next time. And again, thank y'all so much for sticking around with me on my unplanned hiatus. And I can't wait to show y'all more progress on different things and anything that I also forgot. Thank you, baby. But it's time for me to feed this little girl, and we're gonna have a great evening of just hanging out. And yeah, I hope that y'all have a great Friday, and we will, where are you going? And we will see you next time. Bye, friends. Love you.